our Robinson Schoology training, sponsored by our PTSO. We'd like to thank you for joining us. The first thing we'd like to discuss with you is why Fairfax County chose Schoology. And so we're going to go to a website. So the top 3 reasons that Fairfax County chose Schoology was that it was easy to use for grades pre-K all the way through 12. Other systems we've used in the past, like Blackboard, have been more geared towards college. It also integrates well with Google Drive, and it's also very mobile friendly, and the grading piece was much more simple than some other applications we've used in the past. If you want to know some further details about why Fairfax County chose Schoology as its primary learning management system, this webpage is here for you to explore later at your convenience. So today's learning targets, after completing this session, is you will be able to adjust your privacy and notification settings for parents and guardians to use. You're going to learn navigation tips for Schoology, learn about various parent guardian communication tools within Schoology as well as email, and you will also learn how to access student courses and related work. Finally, we're going to end our session by giving you a brief overview of how kids can find their Zoom links. So Fairfax County has created some Schoology support videos. While we're not going to take the time to watch these during this little session, we do want to open the links and show you that they are available to help you navigate Schoology both in English and in Spanish. And then we're also going to explore an overview page that Fairfax County has produced for parents. So if you open this page for the English videos, you're going to see something called Schoology Snippets, and you can open each accordion link to find a video related to each one of the topics listed here. And then for our Spanish-speaking audience, you will find the exact same thing listed just in Spanish. The same structure applies there. Then the third link we wanted to show you on this page was FCPS Schoology for Parents and Guardians. And this is really where you're going to find most of the information. If you need to refer back to anything, how to log into Schoology, learn more about Schoology in the county. There are some introduction to Schoology letters posted in various languages. And then finally on this page are some other applications that are integrated within Schoology. Naviance, for example, is used when kids are exploring careers and colleges. And mostly the guidance counselors in our student services department will be working with students in Naviance. We Care at School is a very important portal for parents. This is where you can view and update your emergency care information, and this talks with SIS. So this is an important place to know how to go to update that info. You can also log into your SIS Parent View account, and you can also request a new password for your SIS Parent View account if you have forgotten your password. There's a link for IT support if none of the above links help you. And just real quickly, your SIS password and username get you into Schoology as well, and also We Care at School. So in the webpage that we just opened, you will find an overview of Schoology, communication tools, differences between parents and students accounts, students information, some frequently asked questions about Schoology, why the county chose Schoology in a more in-depth format, and then just some general help for Schoology.
Now we're going to go into the parent portal. So when you as a parent first log in to Schoology, on the on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see 3 areas. You're going to see recently graded, overdue, and upcoming. This is going to show you all of the students' assignments and activities that have either recently been graded, are overdue, meaning they haven't completed the assignment, or upcoming assignments, things that are currently being assigned to that student. And so you kind of get a quick glance at those items. You can click on the titles, and it is a hyperlink which will direct you directly to that assignment. If it is a Google assignment, obviously you won't be able to physically see that assignment, but otherwise you have access to seeing those assignments. So that is just kind of a quick overview on the right side menu of kind of what those options are for you as a parent, as well as students would see that as well. Single and multi-students. So again, when you sign into your Schoology account, when you first sign in, up in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see your name. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to click on that, and that's going to bring a drop-down menu. And in that drop-down menu, you're going to have some options. So you can see all your students that are currently in FCPS. And if you click on a student's name, it's going to take you to their Schoology view. And from that, you can view all of your students' courses and click into each individual course. Notifications and email or mobile notifications. So again, from that same menu that I just spoke about previously, if you click on your name and that pop-out menu or drop-down menu pops open, if you scroll down to where it says settings and click, you will then come to a new screen that has 3 tabs. One of the tabs will say notifications. And if you click on that, it's going to give you a list of all of the different ways that you can be notified via email. And so what you're going to do is you just have the option of turning those notifications on or off. So that is a personal preference and kind of how you want to be able to receive any information from Schoology as it relates to your student. Something else that you can get as part of Schoology is called an email digest. And so you can choose to kind of see what the child's activities are in Schoology. So to turn that email digest on for parent accounts, you're going to switch to the view of your child's account by clicking on your name in the top right-hand corner and then clicking on your student to then access their view. And then from there, you're going to select settings. You're going to go to the notification tab, turn email summary on, and choose delivery as either daily or weekly to get the email when your child has overdue work or work that has been submitted, email notifications. You want to select those things as on, and then you want to save those changes, and that will kind of give you kind of a summary, again, either on a daily or a weekly basis, depending upon how often you would like to receive that.
So the next piece that we're going to go through with you for our parent night is how to check on your students' information within Schoology. So we want to make sure that all of you know the correct URL to log into Schoology. It is lms.fcps.edu. Probably the most common mistake we have at the beginning of the school year is people go to Schoology.com. So Fairfax County Public Schools has their own URL for logging in. So please make sure you go to lms.fcps.edu. We would like you to check one thing. As a parent, we had an activity with school-wide for kids to organize their classes. And if your kids have done this correctly, they should see period 1, 3, 5, and 7 going across the top with a blue icon to indicate that it's a blue day. And then their gold day classes should be in the second row. So please take a little bit of time and check this over with your student. The other thing we want to familiarize you with is under course materials within Schoology, teachers have been instructed to follow a more standardized approach to organizing course information and content pertaining to their course. So all courses at Robinson must have a course information folder, and the information that you will find in them is a syllabus acknowledgement form, how to contact your teacher, and extra help hours. If it's a science class, you may find lab contracts, and often some of our math and science classes use unit calendars as well. So you may see those in the course information folder. The folders have all been organized so that they either say week or unit, or it might say the topic. But the important thing is we've asked teachers to include a date in the folder name. so that it's easy to find out what is currently being worked on. And we've also asked for the folders with the most current information to be located right underneath the course information folder. And then at the end of the quarter, teachers are going to create an archive and put the information from the first quarter into that folder, and second quarter when that's over, and so forth. So the details about the course information folder are listed on this screen. We've briefly talked about that already. Just be aware that the teachers do have some flexibility in how they set up their folders. It might say Unit 2, or it might say the actual lesson name, like maybe they were doing the study of cells in a biology class. But most importantly, we want to look for the date on the folder names, just so that you can find what's happening in that time frame. So the other important thing about Schoology and SIS we want to just emphasize for you all is that the official gradebook of record is SIS. Schoology does have a gradebook, but it is not the official gradebook. There may be grades in there for things that have been auto-graded using some built-in assessment tools with Schoology, but it is not the official gradebook. So please remember to log into SIS to check on your students' grades.
And now we're going to talk about communicating with, or how teachers are communicating with you and how you can communicate with your teachers. So the first way as a parent or guardian that you can kind of get some information about what's going on in each individual course for your student is by going into the course and then clicking on the Updates tab, which is on the left side of each course. So you can kind of see in the image here, there's the Goal Day banner, or excuse me, icon. And then just below that, you see materials and then updates. So if you click on updates, this is where a teacher could post some announcements, maybe have some polls or share some other links relevant to their class. So again, updates is just one area where you might get some information about what's going on currently within that course. The next way is through calendars. And so calendars will allow you to see assignment due dates and other activities for your student classes. For parent accounts, you can see all the assignments. So by just clicking on the calendar icon, which is in the upper right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see all the assignments for all courses for that student. To narrow it down to a specific course, you're going to want to select your student, then open one of the courses. And then once you're inside the course, if you click on the calendar icon again up in the top right-hand corner, it's going to narrow it down to just the assignments relevant to that particular class or course. Next is sending messages to teachers. So while students have the ability to use the messaging feature in Schoology, parents and guardians do not have that access. So to communicate with your students' teachers, please contact them via email by using their @fcps.edu email address. And that is, again, something that you can probably find in the course information folder within each individual course. Next is school pages. We have two school pages, middle school and high school. Depending upon the level of your student and what they're enrolled in, either middle school or high school will determine on what school pages you have access to. To get to school pages, you're going to click on your name in the upper right-hand corner, and then you're going to scroll down and you're going to select either Robinson Middle School or Robinson High School. And again, if you have students in both middle and high school, then you'll have both and you can access both of them. We currently do not have a lot of information on either of those pages, but they may be something that we use a little bit more in the future. And to kind of recap the ways that you can communicate. So you have calendars is a way to kind of see upcoming assignments and things that are happening with individual courses. You have the updates section in the courses, so you can see any announcements or polls or any important links or things like that. You can send messages via email. using the @fcps.edu email for the teacher, and then, of course, the school pages and using any resources that might be on those pages.
So the last thing we wanted to discuss with you for our presentation is the possibility of using Zoom in the event that some instruction has to happen virtually. So all students will have access to Zoom through their Schoology account, and we'd just like to show you where that's located. If you look on the left-hand side of your student's Schoology course, you will notice that in the menu at the bottom there is a link to Zoom. So in order to keep sessions that are virtual more secure, students first have to log into Schoology, and then when they go to their course, that Zoom link will take them directly to that course with that teacher, ensuring that the virtual session is secure. So thanks for joining us. I'm Karin Miller, one of your school-based technology specialists.
And I'm Nathan Pomedy, the other school-based technology specialist.
And we'd like to thank Ann Wong for helping us organize all this for our parents and teachers and students. Have a great day.
Have a great day.